Radio Report. Learn more at almanac.com.
1025 KLOE Goodland, Colby, Burlington.
Fox News, I'm CJ Pop. A deadline today in the war with Iran. Fox's Trey Inks in Tel Aviv spoke earlier to President Trump about it.
He said there is no timeline. And so this 60-day window that is expiring today is largely irrelevant in terms of the president's thinking as it relates to Iran. And again, he indicated the United States has a lot of mid-level weapons to use if they're needed in the future. But he calls on the Iranians to raise the white flag of surrender.
The president also telling Trey there's a back channel to talk to the hardline military leaders of Iran. She was known for a number of roles, including musical drama Nashville on ABC. Singer and actress Hayden Panettiere dies at the age of 36. America's listening to Fox News.
If you're shopping for a banking institution, visit with Equity Bank of Hoxie, Grinnell, and Quinter, Kansas. The Equity Bank is heavily invested in local business and activities contributing in many ways back to their community. Their employees are involved with many organizations and area events. Plus, a lot of experience comes with that staff. You'll find valuable local assistance when you bank at the Equity Bank of Hoxie, Grinnell, Quinter, and other locations in Western Kansas. The Equity Bank, member FDIC.
With NWKS Radio News, I'm Lucas Kenny. Lieutenant Governor and Secretary of Commerce David Tolan did announce a new round of funding totaling $250,000 available through the Strategic Economic Expansion and Development Grant Program. Now, in its fifth round, the SEED initiative continues to support economic development and quality of life improvements in Kansas's smallest communities. A webinar to learn more about this opportunity will take place at 2 p.m. on Tuesday, August 18th, and those interested in participating can register with a link on our local news page. In other news, the city of Goodland has announced quite a few street chip seal projects that will be done August 19th and 20th. The timeline is all with weather and mechanical issues permitting. You can find a full press release, street map, list of all of the streets being worked on, as well as more information on other local stories by going to our website at nwksradio.net.
We're going to be looking at a warm and seasonal day across the tri-state area. Expect mostly sunny skies for the majority of the day and high temperatures pushing into the upper 80s to around 90. Southerly winds will pick up to around 15 miles per hour with a few gusts reaching 25 to 30. Then as we head into the late afternoon, evening hours, we're going to keep an eye on the sky out there along the border in eastern Colorado. Could see an isolated thunderstorm develop. While widespread severe weather isn't expected, a storm or two could produce some half-dollar size hail or wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Overnight, storm chances will taper off with lows dropping into the middle 60s. And looking ahead to tomorrow, a brief warm-up with highs in the mid-90s before another round of late afternoon and evening storms move through on Wednesday. Wednesday's high will be cooler in the upper 80s to around 90. This meteorologist Chris Schromick in the NWKS Radio Weather Center.
Here's a bright idea. Make sure you put your pants on before leaving the house. Sure, it seems simple, but sometimes simple doesn't happen. At IdeaTech, we think it's simple to have real people who live in Kansas helping customers. We understand that not everyone in our industry agrees. Then again, not everyone puts on pants before they leave the house. We think it's important to get the simple things right. Putting our pants on and providing local customer service. Another bright idea from IdeaTech.
It's simple. Get IdeaTech fiber internet at ideatech.com.
Are pests making your home or business uncomfortable? Call Pestaway in Goodland, Kansas, serving all of Northwest Kansas. They provide top-notch pest control services to keep your space safe and pest-free. From ants to rodents, termites to spiders, our expert team is here to help with effective, safe, and affordable pest control solutions. Don't wait. Call Pestaway today at 785-728-7166. For fast, reliable service. Your home or business deserves the best protection.
Looking for insurance that actually puts you first? At the insurance agency in downtown Goodland, we're independent, which means we work for you. Whether it's auto, home, crop, or business, we shop top carriers to get you the best coverage at the best price. No pushy sales. Just honest advice from people who live right here in your community. Give us a call today at 785-899-5011 or stop by 1020 Main in Goodland and let's get you covered. The Insurance Agency. Insurance the way it should be.
School is back, which means carpools, practices, games, and plenty of miles ahead. Get ready with a new GMC from Hurl Chevrolet GMC in Goodland. Save up to $1,750 on a 26 Terrain or up to $7,000 on a 26 Sierra 1500 Elevation with eligible trade. Plus, get $1,000 on a 2026 Sierra 2500. New school year, new routine, new ride. Shop online at hurlchev.com. GMC, professional grade.
You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4! It's time for the Morning Blitz with Ross Volkmer and Garrett Wellbrock.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody!
The High Plains only local sports talk show, broadcasting live on Goodland's Rocket 102.5 KLOE and video streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Discussing it all from the preps to the pros.
Caglione hits it high in the air, deep center field. Dunn springs back at the fence. It's gone! A 2-run blast for Jack Caglione.
The Blitz is presented by Hurl Chevrolet GMC, Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware, and F&B Bank, along with
IdeaTech Fiber Internet, Topside Portables and Pumping, The Insurance Agency, Pest Away, and Equity Bank of Hoxie, Quinner, and Grinnell.
Let's go to work. Swing, drive, well hit right. Suzuki back. And it's gone. It is gone. It is gone. 3 homers for Baez. Major League history at Wrigley Field.
Shotgun snap to Rush, looks left, throws left, ball deflected and intercepted outside the numbers and down the sideline. That is Corinne Reed, who deflected the ball, and Jahdae Barron will walk into the end zone with a Denver touchdown.
And there's a drive to right field by Adiel Amador, and it is gone.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The pride of St. Joe, Noah Cameron, blanks the Angels this afternoon in Anaheim.
And good Monday morning, everybody. Starting off another week here on the Morning Blitz. Ross Volkmer, Garrett Wellbrock with you, broadcasting his course live on NWKSradio.net, the Hurl Chevrolet GMC video stream on YouTube, Facebook, and X. And, of course, the good old-fashioned way on Rocket 102.5 KLOE. Good Monday morning, Mr. Wellbrock. How was the weekend?
It was very good. How was yours?
It was doing fine. Oh, I forgot. I got to switch this off of auto. My bad. Stop, please. Now, had a brain fart there. Once again, we're still figuring out this new system. Everybody is. So, yeah, still figuring out this new system. We'll have to get that ironed out at some point in time. But, no, good weekend. Good weekend. Went quickly. Beautiful weather weekend for the most part. Wasn't super hot. Weather wasn't too bad. Had a little rain shower off and on. So, yeah, I can't complain. It wasn't all too bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was on severe weather, so I only had to come in once yesterday.
Was that yesterday you came in for a little bit?
Yeah, last evening I was here for about 30 minutes and then then headed home. But, you know, it's a very small little cell that popped up.
Yeah, nothing too bad, sounds like. Yeah, so had a little rain shower over the weekend for some people, which is good. Moisture makes everyone a little bit more happier. That is for sure. So, yeah, no, good weekend overall. Can't complain, and ready to kick off another week. Going to be a typical, I'd say, summertime week. We've got temperatures in the 90s for the highs today. Temperatures going to be either in the 80s or 90s for the most of this week is what it looks like temperature-wise. So, going to be a good week weather-wise for the most part. I don't think there's a whole lot of storm chances, at least anything super severe coming up down the pipe, it looks like to me. Judging by the weather forecast, maybe some chances of some stuff on Tuesday night, slight chance on Wednesday, maybe some on Wednesday night as well. But I don't know about a ton of really bad stuff if we're going to talk weather-wise. So we've got plenty to get to on the Morning Blitz. Every Monday morning, we try to recap your weekend for you. So let's get going with our weekend winners and losers.
There are 2 kinds of people in this world.
There's winners and there's losers.
Which ones were which this past weekend?
I want winners.
Loser! You're a loser!
It's the weekend's winners and losers on the Morning Blitz.
Gonna be a winner, be a winner.
Well, judging by some of the things I see on StreamYard, I feel like we're going to be pretty close in some of these winners here. So lead us off, Garrett Wellbrock. Winners of the weekend.
I'm going to start with the Kansas City Royals, and not because of their play this weekend. Now, granted, a series win in Los Angeles is always a good thing, but the reason I have them as my winner of the weekend is because they will be playing at the Field of Dreams game next year, August 12th, taking on the Red Sox. Pretty cool that that they're going to be kind of the one of the teams to play in this. There's only been, what is this, going to be the third time that they've even had this game, or fourth time they've had this game?
I believe it is the third.
Okay,
It's
so
the third time.
I mean, not many teams can say they've done that, and pretty cool. If there's a season next year, of course, this could be something that doesn't even happen, but pretty cool that the Royals get to be playing there.
Certainly a cool honor that the Royals get to play the Red Sox next year in the Field of Dreams game. Yeah, they had that game the first year where the White Sox played. I forget who it was. They had the walk-off homer by Tim Anderson. I mean, it was just great. Great game, great theater. They had Kevin Costner show up for the game. He was on the mound. He came out of the corn. Oh, it was super cool. And then they went away. Like, it was so awesome. And they went away for a couple of years. I mean, they went to Birmingham to play a ball game down there at one of the old Negro League ballparks, which is still cool. Don't get me wrong. And I swear they had another one in there somewhere.
I think the Cubs and Reds, I think, played one year, right? I think they were the next year after the White Sox. And
okay. Then they took a break. So maybe this is number 4.
Yeah, I think this is number 4.
Okay. I don't know why. I personally feel like they should be playing a game or a series every single year here at Dyersville. I do know in the fall that they're going to have a fall ball series between, I think it's Iowa. This is college, by the way, Iowa and something.
It's KU.
Yeah, you're right. Iowa KU's playing a fall ball series.
Yeah.
There. Why not? This is a beautiful ballpark and a great facility. Why are we not using it more? I don't get it.
No, I agree.
When
I saw this this logo up here with the Royals that they posted, I didn't know who they were playing at first, who that B was. I was like, I didn't know if that was like
a throwback B?
Throwback B for the Boston Red Sox, but I didn't realize that's who. I thought it was somebody completely random.
They couldn't find the correct Boston B.
Yeah.
Well, they love to wear the kind of the throwback uniforms when they do these games, and so maybe that's the throwback. Maybe they're going to be, weren't they the Boston Braves?
I believe so.
The Red Sox, so maybe it's going to be the Boston Braves against the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah. It'd be cool if the Royals wore the Monarchs uniforms.
That would be cool.
With the little pinstripes.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
If they would do that. Like, I think Major League Baseball and baseball in general needs to just, don't get me wrong. There's 162 games and you want to have a majority of them at home. But you need to play a few more games at the Field of Dreams. They need, if they want to play that game down in Birmingham, great. I really believe they should play a series or a game like they did a few years ago ahead of the College World Series, or they had that one game. Maybe it was on Sunday before the championship of the College World Series, because usually that Sunday is open, something like that. I think it is. Yeah, that is. And so you played on that Sunday. I think that in Omaha at TD or at the Chuck, they should do that. They need to play these type of games and bring the game to other people. Grow your game. Yeah. It's not as popular as football. I don't even know if it's popular as basketball, but they need to grow the game. And the way you do that is by putting it on display in other spots. It's better this way.
I agree. I think that, I don't know if they're doing the Little League Classic again, but if they are, that's coming up too soon. Let me look actually real quick.
The Little League Classic. You're right.
The Mariners played in it last year.
Are they even doing a Little League Classic this year? I don't even know.
Yeah, they are. So the Brewers and the Braves on August 23rd. So this Sunday.
Wow, what a good one.
This Sunday, yeah. The Little League Classic at 7 p.m. Eastern.
They don't get no turds there at Williamsport. They get good games.
That is true. That's a very good game.
That's a really good one. Holy cow. That's a race for sure. Continuing on weekend winners here on the Morning Blitz. I'm going to go with the Chiefs front office as a winner of the weekend because Kansas City rookies, including Nebraska's own Emmett Johnson, shined in the preseason game on Saturday in a 20-12 loss to the Rams. But man, I'm telling you, there were so many good performances and a lot of things that you had to like if you were a Chiefs fan on Saturday watching that preseason game. I was looking this up, but you had nearly all Chiefs drafted rookies showed flashes of being able to help right away. This is from The Athletic. They included 5th-round receiver Cyrus Allen, who we have heard a lot of during camp talk, that showed a strong camp with 2 catches, had an acrobatic one over the middle. Second-round edge rusher Mason Thomas had immediate pressure on a pair of high leverage downs. 5th-round running back Emmett Johnson led the team in rushing, 12 carries for 59 yards, had great burst. He had 7 forced missed tackles in his carries there. And then 7th-round quarterback Garrett Nussmeier went 13-19 with no turnovers. Once again, if you want to know why the Chiefs have been as successful as they have been, it's not because they're out there signing the biggest free agents and getting it. It's because they have a very good ability of looking at talent at the college level and bringing it in and developing it, turning them into all-pro type players. The Patrick Mahomes, the Chris Jones, anybody that they are so good about that, about finding those guys. And with tons of cornerbacks we've talked about before that they have since traded off, Marcus Peters and others. They have done such a great job at finding pieces in. It looks like this class could be another one with Cyrus Allen. Emmett Johnson looks like the number 2 running back to me behind Kenneth Walker. He was good. Not that I'm surprised, having watched him all last year, but the ability for him to make people miss initially. He's got great patience to let the hole develop, and he's got a great burst to get through when he sees it. And then he is a great finisher because he runs low. He's hard to get down. He always gets about 2 or 3 extra yards after contact. Great pickup by the Chiefs, and looks like he's going to be number 2 behind Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, I think that he was the only running back this weekend that had the most broken tackles out of any running back.
7.
Throughout the entire, he was the only guy with 5+, I think,
yeah,
that even played during this weekend's preseason. I think the offensive guys the Chiefs got, which were in the later rounds too. I mean, you talk about really getting defensive heavy players early in the draft, but some of those offensive guys that they've been able to get have really showed out. And I agree with you. I think Emmett Johnson will be the RB2 when it's all said and done. And it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do at running back, because, they plan on probably only keeping 3, and they've got a 4-man race going right now for the travel roster with DeMarcado, who they signed in the offseason, Brashard Smith as well. So it's kind of an interesting to see who will be that 3rd down back, and will Emmett Johnson get that 2nd string, which I believe he will as well.
There was a stat someone said that Emmett Johnson had 7 missed tackles forced in that preseason game. Isaiah Pacheco had 13 all of last season. But I'm not going to mock Isaiah Pacheco because he's a different kind of back. Isaiah Pacheco believes that the shortest distance between 2 points is literally a straight line, and anything in the way of that line is going to get bowled over. That's what Isaiah Pacheco did. I think Johnson is more shifty.
I think the biggest thing for Chiefs, for the Chiefs and for fans like me, myself, and, Lucas, who's listening from a distance today, it's going to be nice having running backs that have some vision. I mean, that's one thing the Chiefs have lacked. Even, Kareem Hunt's a great back, and he's got better vision than Pacheco, but he's still more of a find the hole quick and, hit it and, bulldoze your way forward for about 5 yards. But finally, to have some running backs that have vision, it's going to be nice, to say the least.
Is Lucas listening in this morning?
I don't know, but maybe
Big Daddy, we need an update on baby. We need a Big Daddy update. So please text the show or let us know. We want to know how things are going. Big Daddy Lucas, not, of course, in this week and will not be a part of this week. Understandably so. He's on the paternity list, as we would call it here. So, but today, I'm supposed to be either last night or today is the day that baby shows up here. So, yeah, Officer Jared goes, do we know anything about that? We don't know. It's been a radio silence on that side of things from the Kenny household. Well, hopefully we'll know more here throughout the show.
Yeah. Well, I think they went into the hospital like midnight last night. So.
Oh, okay. So it's probably going to be today then. Okay.
Getting some sleep right now.
I thought they were going, for some reason, random thought, I thought they were going in Saturday. But then I saw him at church. I was like, oh, interesting. So tells you what I know, which is nothing. Literally nothing. Anyway, rolling along here with weekend winners. What do you got next?
My next one, I hate to say it, but I got to give them their flowers. Got to give it to the Denver Broncos this weekend. Dominant win over the Falcons, 27-7. And that's, it's preseason. Like, a win is a win. It's not really, it doesn't really mean much. But I thought their starters and second string guys looked really good. You see the interception Jahdae Barron had, the cornerback out of Texas that they would just recently picked up.
Yeah, his second year out of Texas. Yep.
Yeah, so they look good in my opinion. You know, their defense kind of shined. Riley Moss got an interception as well. Offensively, of course, no Bo Nix, but Jarrett Stidham, I mean, he had some decent throws at times, and Cortland Sutton had a really big day. And yeah, I mean, I thought the Broncos looked good, so they're one of my winners of the weekend.
I just wanted to know, I mean, do we give the Broncos good credit, or we just give all the credit to the Falcons for how bad they're going to be this year? Is what I.
Oh my goodness, it's
pretty
rough. Yeah,
is that a professional football team out there? I don't know.
But that's the thing, you know, their defense, they actually played NFL guys. You know, it wasn't like it was, you know, you're playing the Chiefs necessarily, their defense playing against the Rams, a lot of their second stringers to start. I mean, the Falcons were playing their starters for a lot of that game because they have to see who they're even going to start. So, yeah, Tua Tagovailoa, oof, that was rough.
Officer Jared says, yeah, damn Skippy on the Broncos being a winner of the weekend. He goes, the stadium in Atlanta was completely empty. No one was in the stands. No one wants to watch that turd of a product. No, Broncos have got, I mean, that was the second string out there. They were way better than the Falcons. No doubt about it for Denver. And Jared Stidham is a competent quarterback, backup quarterback, I should say. But yeah, I don't know. Listener Michael, our big Broncos fan, made a big statement. I think thought that Jonah Coleman was going to have a huge game. They used a lot of different running backs throughout that game on Friday night. So, but yeah, by the time I actually sat down, I was busy Friday night. By the time I actually sat down to kind of watch it, but it was over. I mean, it was like 24-0. I was like, holy cow.
Yeah, I mean, it was 24-0 in the second quarter on that clip after the interception. And they scored a touchdown, and I think they were up to 17-0 really early.
Yeah,
in the game. It was over before it even started.
Yeah, over before it started is exactly right. Weekend winners here on the Morning Blitz. Hit us up, FB Bank text line, 785-899-2222, or on the Hurl Chevrolet GMC video stream on YouTube, Facebook, and X. My next weekend winner is going to be, this one goes back to the end of last week. I saw this. This is great news, cool news, but Kansas State Baseball's Ty Smolinski is going to be a winner of the weekend. People are like, who the heck is that and why? Well, he is coming home from the prestigious Cape Cod League with some big-time hardware. The Wildcat Junior, was named the MVP of the Cape Cod League after hitting .313 with 6 home runs, 9 doubles, and 10 stolen bags for the Harwich Mariners, who won the league championship this summer. He becomes the first Kansas State player ever to win a Cape Cod postseason award and the first Big 12 player to claim the league's MVP honor. Congratulations, K-State Baseball's Ty Smolinski, winner of the weekend, Cape Cod League MVP. That is something that you can be very, very proud of. Because the Cape Cod League is the creme de la creme, the best of the best when it comes to summer league ball.
Yeah, I wonder how many guys he played with that are going to be, drafted next year or possibly in the MLB in 5 years, because I imagine
not only that, all-stars in the MLB in 5 years.
I mean, it's like you said, the S-tier league for college baseball when you want to go play summer baseball.
I've never been to Dyersville, Iowa to see the Field of Dreams, but I have been to the Cape to watch Cape Cod ball, and it's about as pure as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
It is a ton of fun.
I mean, it's just like at a high school field, chain link fences, but it's the best college players in the country playing. I mean, it's nothing. A lot of their stadiums are nothing special.
No.
I mean, just like metal bleachers, like you'd be playing at, just in your local neighborhood, and
berms with coolers.
Yeah, and it's the best players in the country. It's awesome.
It is some of the best baseball that you can find. But congratulations to Kansas State Baseball's Ty Smolinski, MVP of the Cape Cod League. No doubt a massive winner of the weekend. I would hang that trophy proudly in my house.
Mm-hmm.
I would hang that. It would be presented at the front door. More winners of the weekend.
Well, my winner is going to go to probably the greatest MLB debut of all time. It is Joshua Baez of the St. Louis Cardinals. 3 home runs in his MLB debut He makes baseball look easy. I mean, he will never I don't know if he'll ever have a game like that again. And I mean, who knows? He might end up with like 5 home runs the rest of the season, but
Probably.
in his debut, that's incredible.
Yeah, unbelievable. This was quite the story on Friday, right? I think it was Friday that this happened. Maybe it was Saturday.
Is that Friday or Saturday? I'll double check.
I think it might have been Saturday now that I think about it. But yeah, first ever player in Major League Baseball history, once again, that goes back almost over 100 years to hit 3 homers in his debut. Went 3 for 4 with three long balls, 5 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. He did not walk, nor did he strike out in his Major League Baseball debut. My goodness, what does this guy think he is? Shohei? I mean, good Lord.
Yeah, it was Saturday when the Cardinals beat the Cubs, but oh my goodness.
Yeah, he was definitely winner of my weekend too, Joshua Baez. That's unbelievable. And you're right. He may not hit another home run the rest of the season. I mean, if you're him, you're kind of like, golly, I just set the expectations up so high. But you know what? If he does pan out to be decent, the Cardinals have got some nice pieces.
Yeah, they do.
Jordan Walker, J.J. Weatherholt, Joshua Baez. There's some nice young pieces. You know, the Cardinals have been in the dumpster for a couple of years here, but they've got some nice young pieces coming through their system right now.
Well, I mean, you talk about like the Cubs and how they're the Brewers, I guess, are the best team right now, and they have a lot of young pieces as well. But the Cubs are kind of that second best, and they're getting a little older. I think they need to watch out for their rival in the NL Central, the Cardinals, because they're coming. They have a very good young core awaiting. And by the way, he's got 3 more home runs than Rays Chandler Simpson, who has 905 career plate appearances.
He's a contact guy.
Yeah.
He's a contact guy.
That's still crazy. He hasn't even just ran into one yet in his career. But yeah.
Even I ran into one in my career.
Gerard Dyson, former Royal, he had, at least like 20 home runs in his career.
He hasn't ran it. He's a contact guy. Oh, that's great. But did you happen to catch the video of his minor league team for Baez watching him in the locker room? Did you happen to see that? Oh, gosh. They were going berserk. I mean, who wouldn't? The guy hit 3 home runs in his major league debut.
I know. And they would have been just with him like 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's an amazing story. On the same note, my final winner of the weekend in baseball, I'll go back to the Royals. I'm going to give it to Noah Cameron, winner of the weekend, the starter. Threw a complete game 1 hitter in their win against the Angels yesterday there in Anaheim. Royals take 2 of 3, good series win, but he becomes, I think, I saw the stat this morning. He becomes, I think, I could just say, he is one of just 4 pitchers that have worked 7 or more innings and allowed 1 hit or less. And so he's had 3 career games of 7 or more innings where he's allowed at least 1 hit or less, which I don't think he's allowed no hitter. But I mean, just think about that, how crazy that is. I mean, Noah Cameron, a St. Joe, Missouri product as well. Just down I-70 and a little bit to the north. Dirty Joe. He's from the Dirty Joe, as we like to call it.
Well, he's calling his own pitches now. He had like a 4+ ERA when the catchers were calling it, and now he's doing it. And he's got like a 1 ERA since. So maybe he knows a little thing or two about himself.
He knows what to do. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Doing here. Let me call my pitches. Any more winners from you?
Yeah, my final winner, I'm going to give it to Nebraska football. I assume you saw this, but they unveiled their blackout uniforms. I love a good black uniform, a night out, or a blackout on a night game. I think it looks clean. I don't know about you, but I liked it. They're one of my final winner of the weekend. There's a long video. They need to show the jersey.
Yes. Hang with us here on the Hurl Chevrolet Teams of Industry. We will get to this. Nebraska
it probably is a broadcaster's nightmare, though, especially for where you're sitting at Lincoln Memorial Stadium, where you have I guess there are white numbers, but still can't be easy to read on the black.
Yeah. Nebraska's got one of the best video production crews in the flipping world. They put out these type of videos all the time to hype up the fans. I mean, you got to stir that engine somehow when they're not winning. So you got to do it somehow. Like the blackout is awesome. They did it last year against USC in a loss. I don't have a lot of problems with the uniform except for one thing. I don't like the helmet.
You don't like the Huskers?
I want the N on the side. I don't need the Husker script.
Well, I don't. They could try both. Maybe have the N on one side, Huskers on the other.
Fine. I'll meet you halfway on that.
Yeah,
but you need to have the N on there. It's too iconic. Penn State doesn't change their logo on the helmet. Michigan doesn't change their logo on the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what these are all for? It's all recruiting. You're trying to land kids. You're this and uniform swag is the thing.
Yeah, it is.
That's part of the deal right now. So just got to do that. But no, it's fine. I love the blackout game. By the way, going to be against Washington on Halloween night. So even better. The question is, do you go to the game if you're a student in all black or in your Halloween costume? Or do you plan, since you've got time, do you go as something in black for Halloween?
Yeah, I think there you go. You got some time to think about it. Let's start thinking
prepped.
about a black Halloween costume.
Power 5. Black Halloween costumes. No, we're not going to do that. But anyway, it's fine. I have no problem with it, except for the helmet. Change up the helmet a little bit. So I kind of liked last year's black uniform a little bit better, but it's all right. We're going all black out. You know what really would make me happy, though? Just win the damn game. That's what I would like. Just win the game. You know what? I don't care what you wear. You can go out wearing nothing but your jock strap. Just win the game.
Yeah.
Just win the game.
It's getting a little too close to November for Nebraska to win that game, though.
Yep, you're exactly right. They don't win in November. Haven't in a long time. So just start winning damn games, Nebraska. Then we'll talk.
Yep.
That's what we'll do. All right. We have to get to a break. When we come back, we are going to get to weekend losers. So make sure that you stick around. Plenty to get to next here on a Monday edition of the Morning Blitz.
Irrigators, after 50 years, when you look in the mirror, you might see that your hair is thinning. And the same can be said for your well casing after 50 years of pumping. A thinning well casing can lead to the well collapsing and needing to be re-drilled. So to keep from pulling your hair out, now is the time to visit with the boys at Western Sprinklers about relining your well before it's too late. Also, visit with them about their diversified agri-insurance, where you can insure pivots up to 34 years old. Irrigation isn't a sideline. It's their specialty.
That's Western Sprinklers of Colby. It's time for a check of the markets with the Anderson Trade Group on the Kansas Farm and Ranch Radio Network.
Good morning. This is Tyler Ghosh with the Andersons in Overland Park, Kansas with your morning market update. It is Friday, August the 14th. Overnight sessions have commodities set to open higher. September corn up 5 1/4 at 4.53 1/4. The December is up 5 1/2 at 4.77 1/2, and the March is up 5 1/2 cents at 4.93 1/4. Beans on the SEP is up 8 cents at 11.74. The Nova is up 6 1/4 at 11.88 1/2, and the Jan is up 5 3/4 at 12.03 1/2. Kansas City wheat on the SEP was up 12 3/4 at 7.33 1/4. The Beast is up 12 1/2 cents at 7.47 1/4, and the March is up 12 cents at 7.16 3/4. Chicago wheat on the SEP is up 11 1/2 cents at 6.64 1/4. Beast is up 10 3/4 at 6.79. The March is up 10 3/4 at 6.96. S&P 500 is up 9 points at 7,831. The Dow is down 63 points at 53,872. NASDAQ up 85 points at 30,273. Crude oil is unchanged, $81.24. Gold is up $11 an ounce at 4,431, and silver is up 28 cents an ounce at 65.28. If you have any cash grain you'd like to move or want to learn more about our freedom pricing tools, reach out and give us a call. You can reach myself, Tyler Goetz, Jared Law, or Tom Saludo at 913-748-3000. If you're out in Colorado, give John Haney or John Stiles a call at 970-744-4488.
The Anderson Trade Group, proud market partners with Kansas Farm and Ranch Radio. Find out more at andersongrain.com. The risk of loss through trading futures and or options is substantial, and each investor or trader must consider whether this is a suitable investment. Past performance, whether actual or indicated, is not indicative of future results. The Anderson Trade Group has no guarantee that the advice given will result in profitable trades.
Pests can take a big bite out of your bottom line before your wheat finds its feet. So get the Emergence Assurance of Lumavia CPL insecticide seed treatment. From roots to shoots, it offers the best defense against armyworm. When it comes to your wheat crops, don't just hope for a strong stand. Guard their growth with Lumavia CPL. Visit corteva.us/win early.
This is Brett Grouderholtz, corn farmer from Republic, Kansas. Kansas Corn is offering grants to help fuel retailers add E15 and higher ethanol blends at the pump. Ethanol is produced right here in Kansas, made from our crops. Our ethanol plants also provide valuable feed for Kansas livestock, all while helping drivers save at the pump. Visit kscorn.com to learn how you can encourage your local fuel retailers to offer E15.
It's game time.
What time is it? Game time.
You're listening to the Morning Blitz.
All right, moving along here on a Monday morning on the Morning Blitz. Once again, going to be temperatures in the upper 80s, low 90s today. There will be some chances of a little bit hotter temperatures Tuesday and then cooler on Wednesday, looking ahead to the weather forecast. No update from the Big Daddy yet, so no update from Lucas Kenny on that. Haven't heard any. I figured he'd be listening in some capacity, but the man was nervous on Friday. You definitely got the sense. He was feeling the nerves.
No, I bet.
Understandably so. Congratulations, though, to fellow staffer, though, Addie, our farm director. She became an aunt this weekend. I saw her sister had a baby, so congratulations. So apparently we're just growing the NWKS Radio extended family this weekend. Let's move on to weekend losers. Winners was fun. Let's get to losers here. What are the weekend losers?
I'm going to start out with Team USA flag football. Bet you didn't expect to see this on the weekend losers. They lose and end a 14-year winning streak in flag football. They lost to the American Samoa, and Talia Tagovailoa was the American Samoa quarterback.
Former Maryland Terrapin, Talia Tagovailoa.
I know. A little better weekend than his brother, you could possibly say.
He should get a contract there in Atlanta.
Yeah, no kidding. He threw 5 touchdowns in the win. But yeah, 14-year flag football winning streak for Team USA comes to an end this weekend.
That's a great find on your part. But American Samoa, I mean, they're kind of a part of America a little bit there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw,
this is like Michigan State beating Michigan.
Yeah. The big headline being Team USA's 14-year win streak snapped. I'm like, oh boy, they must have lost. Like, how do you lose in American football to another country, and then you realize it's an American Samoa, basically.
You know what's amazing is, American Samoa, for them, flag football it's not really football. I mean, it's played with a football, but as we all know, football is about blocking and tackling. Flag football is not about blocking and tackling. It's about all the other parts of it. It's about the secondary parts of throwing and catching and running. And American Samoa is usually known for their big bodies, those big linebackers and defensive linemen and offensive linemen. That's what American Samoa is known for, are the big body guys. These big guys like Tonu Finoti and these 300-pound men, huge guy. Yeah, Vita Vea, other guys, these big bodies. But apparently they've gotten the skill guys now over the Americans.
I suppose, yeah. This will probably be Tua in a couple of years, the way he's to join his brother on the American Samoa's flag football team.
Good for Talia Tagovailoa there. Good for him. My first loser of the weekend, give it up for Kiss and Gene Simmons. Did you happen to see this? This is Gene Simmons at the Royals-Angels game on Saturday. It took Gene Simmons not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 pitches to throw out the ceremonial first pitch because he could not get it there. Gene Simmons.
I didn't see that.
Loser of the weekend. You didn't see that?
No, I did see that.
You did? Okay.
Yeah. It was funny. I'm like, do they usually give out? They don't usually let you do more than 1, and he threw 5. So
one more. Okay. All right, two more. All right. I mean, if you're the guy playing catch, it's Gene Simmons a Kiss. I mean, a literal rock star, in the history of rock and roll. And that was just funny. But 5 pitches to throw out an opening pitch. Gene Simmons of Kiss.
No, I guess it might have been, hold on. I think it was 4 because they tweeted out this, by the way. They tweeted out this, and this is part of my next loser, which I'll get into. The Los Angeles Angels tweeted, he asked to throw a 5th pitch, but we had to say no out of respect for Jaden Daniels.
You know what the thing is, though? Some of those pitches weren't terrible. Some of them, yes, they bounced in a little bit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've seen way worse. I mean, when 50 Cent threw that one, I mean, that absolutely nutted that guy, hit him in the pills. I mean, there's some other worse ones out there.
Oh, there's a lot of bad ones.
Gene shouldn't feel too bad.
No, I mean, he got it over the plate, you know?
He got her there. Because Paul Stanley was there, too. Another part, I think the lead singer of Kiss. Yeah. And so he threw out, they weren't throwing directly with the plate, throwing over the batter's box. And Gene got it there. It might have skipped in, but you know what? That's okay. You know, you're no spring chicken. You play a main bass guitar with a massive tongue, you know, for Gene Simmons. You even know who Kiss is?
I know who Kiss is.
Okay, all right. I want to make sure I'm not talking to somebody out there. But anyway, Gene Simmons of Kiss, my first loser of the weekend. Where you go? I know where you're going with this one.
Yeah, my second one, Jaden Daniels. This is hilarious. This whole weekend of Jaden Daniels getting clowned on. Basically, he wants, you know, his name, image, and likeness removed from LSU because they have been using his Heisman Trophy to kind of get players, you know, to come in and using him as a, you know, look at this NFL quarterback and whatnot that we've produced here at LSU. And somebody else is wearing number 5 this season, like a cornerback, and he got so upset he has told them to take away his Heisman out of all, you know, don't talk about him basically at LSU, which I think is kind of funny because this is a guy that was really, in my opinion, didn't even deserve the Heisman that year. I think Michael Penix should have won it, or, you know, there might have been other options. They went 9-3, LSU did, but he wins it. And I saw a thing. He had 9 total touchdowns that year for Jaden Daniels. 9 of them were against Georgia State and another FCS school late in the year that they left him in to try and stat pad.
You mean to fry?
Yeah, exactly. But the reason he's a loser this weekend is because Twitter is blowing up on this, and it is actually awesome. Now you have a bunch of teams. I'll just read some out here. The New York Mets, they scored 4 runs the other day. They tweeted out, stopped at 4 out of respect for Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, when he sees a 4-year-old kid celebrating their 5th birthday. StubHub tweeted out, effective immediately, we will no longer offer tickets in groups of 5 out of respect for Jaden Daniels. We're only going 4 or 6+. Thank you for understanding. The Baltimore Orioles, they posted a highlight, a 2-run homer to get to lead the race 5-1. Can't say the score out of respect for Jaden Daniels. And even the Columbia football team, they took a picture of their field and said, out of respect for Jaden Daniels, we have removed the 5-yard line from our field. It's been a funny weekend on Twitter, just clowning him. I love it.
Officer Jared says, did you guys see the whole LSU team came out wearing 5 at practice? No, I did not see that. I did not see that. That's funny. I know Nebraska volleyball, who doesn't have a player that wears number 5, but made a tweet saying, we don't have a player wearing number 5 out of respect for Jalen Daniels this year.
Here's a couple other ones. 5 Guys has changed their name to 4 Guys out of respect for Jaden Daniels. And also, the United States is reportedly in talks to turn the Pentagon into the hexagon at one more side.
This is good.
Because of Jaden Daniels. In respect. This is going to go on for a while, I feel like. This is good.
Which I kind of find I'm not going to lie. After watching Jalen Daniels in Quarterback on Netflix here recently, I'm shocked this is something that's so big in his craw, because he seems pretty down to earth for the most part. And at least in the Quarterback series that I watched with him, this does not sound like him. So I don't know what is going on, but this is ridiculous. And I'm glad he's getting all the blowback that he does.
Oh yeah. Well, he was talking, you know, he mentioned a guy like Joe Burrow, and, you know, nobody wears 9 anymore at LSU, but Joe Burrow did so much more at LSU than Jaden Daniels.
Let's see, won a Heisman Trophy. Didn't he win the Heisman?
Yeah, won the Heisman. Undefeated,
national champion.
Ever.
Yeah. Joe Burrow, he definitely deserves way more than Jalen Daniels did for
100%. I mean, you didn't even make the college football playoff, and I'm pretty sure that was the first year it was expanded, if I remember right.
9-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, he deserves all the blowback that he gets. That is for sure. I think another person who deserves a little bit of blowback is my next loser of the weekend. Tyrese Halliburton is going to get some blowback this week. So Tyrese was on a podcast here recently complaining about how he did not and I'll explain this about, he recently, of course, is coming off an Achilles injury, that he suffered in the NBA playoffs 2 years ago, 2024. Missed all of the 2025-26 season. I guess he suffered in 2025, missed all the 25-26 season. And so anyway, he's complaining that his return game to the NBA is not nationally televised. And this is him complaining on a podcast.
Any other person that you compare to my level of a basketball player, wherever you have me ranked, if they tore their Achilles and missed 16 months, do you think that game would be on national television? Yeah. Yeah, you probably think so? Sure. Yeah. Do you think that game would be at home if not on national television?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think that game would be at New Orleans?
Wait, what?
Oh, your first game? Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
When I saw schedule, I was like, oh, wow. Not Trey Murphy, love my boy Trey. Cool. New Orleans, but I was shocked to see that. But we move on.
Do we really move on? I mean, what in the world are we doing here? I mean, Tyrese Halliburton is not only saying that he's, should be one of those guys. Tyrese Halliburton make his return to. Is he even a top 10 NBA player?
No.
I don't think he is. He's not even top 10. What's going to be happy is what's going to make me happy and laugh is when the Pelicans beat him on opening night.
Would be funny.
I mean, and then the funny thing is he's talking to two of his bros on his own podcast. So of course they're going to agree with him and say, yeah, of course you're right. He's not even a top 10 player in the league. Give me a break. You haven't done enough, Tyrese. You don't get me wrong. You were great in that one playoffs before you got hurt. But that was a flash in the pan. Can you continue to do it now that you tore your Achilles?
That would be interesting. It does shock me that, it is on the road, maybe. Sometimes you want to open the year at home in that sense, but he'll get a home game. He'll get national televised games. It'll be fine. You will live. You're going to get a nice welcome home when you have your first home game. It'll be okay, Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah. Michael, going back to our talk on Joe Burrow, says he's done way more when he got to Arrowhead and changed it to Burrowhead.
Last time he beat the Chiefs, actually. Last time they were relevant, too.
That's true. Okay. Any more losers?
I don't think. Let me look.
If not, I do have one more.
I do have one more. I got the Los Angeles Dodgers, and this is awesome for us. Technically, it's a win for us, but a loser of the weekend that they get beat 3-4 to Milwaukee. Then wasn't it their manager Roberts? What's his first name?
Dave
Roberts.
Dave Roberts.
He kind of called out the team after yesterday, saying that they need to be better. And I mean, you have the best roster in the league. You probably should be winning.
You got the highest payroll and the best roster in Major League Baseball. We need to be better.
Yeah, no, 100%. So I think it's pretty funny that they lose. And like I said, it's a weekend loser, but for us, it's a winner that they lose.
And my final loser of the weekend is actually funny because it goes back to winners. The Kansas City Royals are a loser of the weekend for me. Why are they a loser of the weekend? Because they got chosen to play in the Field of Dreams game next year. I mean, let me tell you, people, why this is a loser thing for me. I know you said it as a winner, and I get why you said it, but why it's a loser for me? You got picked to be in the game. That will not happen. There's not going to be baseball next summer, people. If MLD teams dig their heels in on this salary cap and the players dig in as well, there is not going to be a season next year. I have a very good feeling there is not going to be a baseball season next year. And the Royals got selected for the awesome Field of Dreams game on a year that there's not going to be baseball. That is sad.
The
loser of the weekend.
The hope is, I guess, best case scenario is, well, obviously best case is there is baseball, but I think the more likely best case scenario is you miss like a month or two. And then hopefully by August 12th, they're still playing ball. or there is baseball. They come to an agreement, and then maybe the Field of Dreams game still happens.
Can we have opening day be August 12th, please?
Yeah.
Opening day of the Major League Baseball season. The Royals take on the Boston Braves at the Field of Dreams.
I don't think I'd want a shortened season because we all know what happened the last time there was a shortened season when the Dodgers won it. Everyone called it a Mickey Mouse ring. And, if your team wins that shortened season, it's no good. Nothing good happens out of that.
Anyway, it's like I said, loser of the weekend. So just had to throw that out there with the Royals. So anyway, real quickly, FB Bank text line, Officer Jared chimes in with another loser of the weekend. He goes, Angel Reese missed 3 wide open layups to beat the Fever, choked each time. Caitlin Clark has owned that girl since they both got drafted. Yeah, Caitlin Clark might live in her head a little bit. There might be some truth to that for sure. Anyway, there you go. Weekend losers on the Morning Blitz. We'll take our final break, come back, wrap it up with our picks of the weekend recap. That wraps up the show here on the Blitz.
At Ray Community District Hospital and Clinic, they believe in promoting healthier living through compassionate quality care. From state-of-the-art maternity care to life-saving emergency services, their dedicated team is there for you and your family. Whether it's managing diabetes, navigating recovery, or receiving specialized treatments, they're committed to your well-being. Discover the difference a community-focused hospital can make. Visit rayhospital.org today to learn more. Ray Community District Hospital and Clinic. Your health, our priority.
Are pests making your home or business uncomfortable? Call Pest Away in Goodland, Kansas, serving all of Northwest Kansas. They provide top-notch pest control services to keep your space safe and pest-free. From ants to rodents, termites to spiders, our expert team is here to help with effective, safe, and affordable pest control solutions. Don't wait. Call Pest Away today at 785-728-7166 for fast, reliable service. Your home or business deserves the best protection.
When fraud strikes, every second counts. At FNB Bank, we take your security seriously. Our local team monitors for suspicious activity and responds fast, so small issues don't turn into bigger problems. I'm Jessica Von Little at FNB Bank. We are your first line of defense, protecting you, your money, and your peace of mind. FNB Bank, local, trusted, here for you. Member FDIC.
Need a porta potty or septic pumping in Northwest Kansas? Call Topside Portables and Pumping, your local family-owned crew. They've got clean, reliable toilets for weddings, farms, and job sites, plus full septic services, RV waste, fertilizer tanks, and more. Available 24/7, because when nature calls, they answer. Call 785-728-8089. That's 728-8089. Topside Portables and Pumping. Reliable, local, clean.
School is back, which means carpools, practices, games, and plenty of miles ahead. Get ready with a new GMC from Hurl Chevrolet GMC in Goodland. Save up to $1,750 on a 26 Terrain or up to $7,000 on a 26 Sierra 1500 Elevation with eligible trade. Plus, get $1,000 on a 2026 Sierra 2500. New school year, new routine, new ride. Shop online at hurlchev.com. GMC, professional grade.
Where do the best memories happen? Not in the living room. They happen out back. Build the perfect backyard with patio furniture, fire pits, grills, and smokers from Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware. Then tackle that fence, new roof, or weekend building project with the quality lumber and materials you trust. Keep the grass green and work easy with Ultimate All-Season Lawn Fertilizer and Eco Cordless Power Outdoor Equipment. This summer, don't just stay home, make home the place everyone wants to be. With the help of Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware with locations in Goodland and Colby.
From the locker room to your morning commute, it's all sports, all the time.
That's what I'm talking about. Sport!
On the Morning Blitz.
All right, finishing up a show here on a Monday. Once again, thanks for all the texts. Appreciate those. FB Bank text line. And rolling along another week, getting closer. I mean, school is underway today for some schools. Some schools will start a bit later on this week. But sorry, kids, but summer is officially over. For some of those, sucking those last few days of sleeping in because it's back to the grindstone.
First day of fall practices, too, for all sports that are participating. For high school.
Either started or will start this afternoon. So yeah, Yep, fall sports practice. You got any memories of and of course you didn't. What'd you do in the fall sports? You didn't play football, so
No, I didn't really do well in high school. I didn't do anything. I did. My parents made me do cross country when I was in middle school. I did it one time and never again.
How was distance running? Are you a distance runner?
No, not really. Maybe back then I could get it done, a little easier than now. But no, was not a fan of that at all. So my falls were always nice. It was nice and easy. Kind of groove it into school a little bit before I had to really start worrying about practices and whatnot.
I suppose so. All right, let's get to picks. All right, picks of the weekend. What do we sit at?
So I had a 3-game lead coming into the weekend as we dig into the NFL, our first weekend of NFL picks. Of course, we did the preseason. We started with the Eagles taking on the Ravens in Baltimore. Baltimore got the win 24-7. I had the Ravens. You took the Eagles. So I get that pick correct. Then we move on to the next one, Browns and Bears. We both took Chicago, and the Bears, they whooped up on the Browns 34-10. But I will say, did you see Deshaun Watson at all?
Did not.
He had a great stat line. Let me try and find this real quick. It was impressive.
It actually was good
for a guy that hadn't played football in quite some time.
3 seasons, probably.
Yeah, 11 of 15, 126 pass yards, no turnovers. He didn't have any passing touchdowns, but
sell for the Browns. Sell
high right now after one preseason game. Broncos, Falcons. Of course, we mentioned the Broncos got the victory. You took Denver. I had Atlanta. So got a pick on me there. Cowboys and Seahawks was our last preseason game, and we both went Seattle, but Dallas won 17-7. The defending champs lose their first preseason. We move on to MLB. Cardinals taking on the Cubs in Chicago. We both had the Cubs. They lose 2 of 3. The Cardinals get the series win in Chicago on the road. Then your Diamondbacks took on the Braves. You had Arizona. I had Atlanta. You got that pick correct.
Yeah.
D-backs, they win the series 2 of 3 on the road. Then Brewers and Dodgers, talked about it just a moment ago. We both had LA. Brewers get the series win, which probably
hooray!
Probably a good thing at the end of the day. But we both had LA, and they win 3 of 4 on the road. Pretty impressive for the Brewers.
Way to go, Brewers. That's
now we'll see if they could do that in the postseason.
We got to be better. We got to be better.
Yankees and Blue Jays, we both had the Yanks getting a series win, and they lose. Just another tough weekend for baseball. For me, I went 0-4. You had 1 of 4.
Scrapped away 1 win out of that horrible weekend.
WNBA, Wings took on the Fever, and in this one, I believe the Fever won. Actually, I didn't mark this one down for some reason. That was Friday night. Yeah, Fever get the win 98-87. We both took the Fever in this one as well, so pick goes correctly there. And then UFC, our favorite, Ian Gary taking on Islam Makhachev. Makhachev gets the victory.
You got the win there, didn't you?
I did, yeah. You and Ian Gary. I went Makhachev. You know what I've learned in the UFC? If you can't pronounce the name, you probably got to pick him.
That's a good one.
That's what I went with there. And so we both went 4-6. Not a great week for picks from us.
Dang it, I thought I was going to pick up a game on you, but I just cannot do it.
Yeah, both went 4-6 this weekend.
We're going to have to change picks to where we actually throw the spreads in from time to time. We're going to have to do that from time. Throw in some spreads.
I'm down for it.
So let's get some spreads in there when we get to some of the real games. Let's get some spreads in for football. That'll be fun. Mix them with some straight picks. That'll be a good time. Another good fun edition of Picks of the Weekend. I gotta make up some ground here.
Played 3 games. I was down by like 10 on you.
I feel like I'm spinning in mud right now. I just cannot go anywhere.
That week you took off. That was that was kind of the turning point. I was able to get back in.
Daddy's fault.
Yeah,
in the wrong direction.
Yeah, Lucas didn't help you out there. He kind of spiraled things.
Dude, jeez. All right, here we go. On to the walk-off.
And back lifts his ball high and deep to right. How about a walk-off Brady? Thomas to the 10. Denver's going on to New England. They win it on the first play of overtime. Mahomes flings it. It's there. Hardman. Jackpot. Kansas City.
We talked about the Royals a lot this weekend. We did not talk about the Rockies, who also picked up another series win. They beat San Francisco for the first time in a series in 8 years. They come from behind to win 13-7 on Sunday in the rubber game. And the Rockies are winning more series. They are showing real signs of life.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations to Rockies and Rockies fans everywhere. I think you've actually hit rock bottom, and now you are ascending from the rock bottom.
Yeah. I have a buddy that's a big Rockies fan. He told me he'd rather be a Rockies fan than a Mariners fan because Mariners have hope every year. Rockies had no hope, but here they are starting to win some games, and he's excited. So, yeah, I think
they're going to put this winning streak or this little thing here to the ultimate test because they play the Dodgers starting tonight at Colorado. If they can win this series, because, the Dodgers are scuffling.
Yeah.
If they can win this series, things are going in the right direction for the Rockies.
Man, only if they had pitching. I mean, this team, their offense is like a legit offense.
It usually is.
Yeah, they just need some arms, and they'd be a decent little team.
Nobody wants to pitch at the high altitude there in Colorado. That is for sure.
Yeah.
So what's also tonight? Don't forget, it's athletics tonight, taking on the Royals at the K. Listen on AM 790 KXXX starting at 6:00. You were talking about fall sports practices. I was talking about a little bit. And I don't think kids do kids still drink water from the garden hose dispenser deal? It's like a PVC pipe that's got holes drilled, or do we all have our own separate water bottles or the fancy squirty things? I feel like we've gotten too big time in high school.
I'd want that. I mean, that's usually cold water. If you pack your own water bottle, it's probably going to be hot by the first drill, probably. After warm ups. It's
right.
Probably
Get
just
the garden hose, attach it to the PVC pipe on that wobbly wooden stand, and drink water, kids. It's how you need to do it. So that'll do it for us today. For Garrett, I'm Ross. We'll see you tomorrow here on The Blitz.